is up, everyone? Today, we're going to be talking about Big Brother Canada 4, episodes 11 and 12. This is Rally Room Podcast with Paul and Chris. And we are going to be covering our 8th episode today, and we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Big Brother Canada 4, episode 11 and 12 aired this... Wait, what's I forgot what today is. Wait,
Thursday and Sunday.
Right, Thursday and
Easter
Sunday.
Today,
Easter
guys.
Sunday today.
Happy Easter. Happy birthday, Mitch.
March. Happy birthday, Mitch, and happy Easter to anyone that's Christian
Yes,
out
happy Easter, everyone. So let's talk about this. So episode 11 was the most craziest episode of them all.
Fake double eviction dies.
90-minute episode.
But before we talk about the nominations for the double eviction, we have to talk about what happened before that.
Right, so before that, Dallas has the cactus suit on, takes it off. Surprisingly, he's wearing a green morph suit on it, which is kind of... I didn't think so, but okay. So Dallas is excited, la la. Felipe is very vague when he started talking about campaigning or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says, knowledge is power, blah, blah. Cassandra's with Kelsey and Jared saying, bitches hitting other bitches. Everyone's just jealous of you. Enough's enough. And I'm pretty sure Cassandra said that most of the girls in this house are going to be extinct very soon because 4 in a row is going to be ridiculous.
Right. So I don't know if you guys have realized this. I've actually tweeted about this earlier in the week. But everyone that's left so far is a girl. Everyone that's left so far is a girl. And the upcoming eviction looks like Kelsey's leaving at this point.
Yeah.
That would be 4 girls gone.
I know, yeah.
Holy shit, why?
I don't think this ever happens, ever.
No,
Big Brother, what's going on?
If this has ever, and what's weird about this is that it's not planned. It's not even planned. They're just I just don't like you. I want you gone. You're not good for my game. It's not like the guys have an all-guy alliance. It's just women.
And Levita was the one that was responsible for 2 girls going out.
Yeah, and it's girls after girls, boys after girls, but it's not even on. I don't know. It's just I don't even know. Ridiculous, right?
Fuck this. Alright, so moving on, Rael talks to Tim, and he thinks he's leaving. Obviously, Jared wants to vote Kelsey out. She dug her own grave.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Jared's just fuck it. I want her out now.
To be honest, when Jared said that, I know he changes his mind later, but I know that he's probably thinking about his own game because he probably thinks Kelsey had a negative effect because they seem as a group, and being a pair in Big Brother puts a big target behind your back. If you guys remember our first episode, we talked about showmances.
Oh, yeah.
Chris and I both said that being a showman puts a huge target on your back, and that's exactly what happened to Jared and Kelsey.
We foreshadow that one coming, guys.
We always do, fellas. All right, so what's the next?
All right, so Jared's bothered by Kelsey flirting with everyone, but I'm not surprised because Kelsey, come on, she's a 10 out of 10. Maddie tells Felipe to tell Nick to back off. Oh, that was pretty interesting too. Maddie's trying to tell Felipe, listen, can you tell Nick to leave me alone for a while? This is not good strategically. We're just making ourselves a big target.
Exactly.
He calls himself Dr. Phil. He's the Dr. Phil in the situation.
If you guys remember from our last episode, I talked about this exact conversation they were having on our little live feed spoiler update. And it was just funny to watch that for the second time, on the actual show. And that actually happened in the most recent episode as well for other live feed stuff.
Maddie's she's starting to get in there.
Maddie's weird, okay? And we'll talk more about Maddie later.
We'll talk about Maddie later.
We'll talk about Maddie.
Tim tells Cassandra that everyone's voting out Kelsey. Not surprised.
Yeah.
Cassandra tries to get Kelsey to stay with Felipe. Obviously, that doesn't work out. Jared and Kelsey start making out after 20-something days. Good for them. Doesn't really help. She's out of the door.
They had their Clay and Shelly
their one... It's always the last week, too. Ironically.
If you guys remember BB17, when Clay and Shelly were both on the block together and Clay was leaving, the last few days they were together.
And then I remember, Liz or Julia was, outside. They were eating, a hamburger or something while it was going on. It was hysterical.
So uncomfortable. But they did it in Joel's HOH room with Joel's stuffed animal in between them. And I'm just
poor stuffed animal.
Poor Joel.
All right, so the live eviction happens. 10 people are voting. If it's a tie, Joel's got to break it.
So what were the votes, Chris?
All right, so Mitch votes out Kelsey. Jared votes out Raul. Cassandra votes out Raul. Tim votes out Kelsey. Levita votes out Kelsey. Dallas votes out Kelsey again for the second time. Maddie votes out Kelsey for the second time. Ramsey votes out Kelsey for the second time. Nikki votes out Kelsey, and Nick and Felipe vote out Kelsey. With an 8-2 vote, Kelsey, you have been evicted from the Big Brother Canada house.
Yes. Now, when Kelsey's evicted, I mean, most of us aren't surprised that Kelsey was the one that was leaving. We all predicted that
she should have went. Honestly, she had her time coming. She should have went out the first week.
She should have went out the first week, and Paige should have still been here. Love you, Paige.
I know. how things would have been differently.
But anyway, when she's having a conversation with Arissa throws the bombshell at her. She's like, "We have a new twist coming up.
You're not going anywhere,
and we'll tell you more about that later."
Ooh.
And they also tell them about.
Can I just add Kelsey stealing Maddie's duck? What a great way to exit. It just fucking takes her duck and just like, bye guys, and just holds the duck in it like on her elbow.
They actually showed like a clip of Maddie as Kelsey was leaving, and she's
like,
she did not look happy. I'll tell you that much. So they also announced
she was pissed enough to the point where she had to win the next HOH.
And they also announced the double eviction at that point, guys. Mm-hmm. So everyone now knows tensions are high, so they're doing their double eviction. So what was the competition?
So the HOH competition is like the competition where it's like the music or something like that, or well, it's not music, but it's they were describing like what the HOH competition, the video competition, the Have Not competition. They had to press it really quickly. So it was almost like Big Brother 17 with Jackie and Vanessa winning it, and it was like Big Brother 16 when Frankie and Zach won it.
Exactly. This is a very famous Big Brother competition.
My favorite. I like this one.
Yeah,
I like the music part. The music part's funny, but they don't do it for Big Brother Canada. So it starts off Nikki versus Tim.
Yeah.
Tim wins. Tim chooses Ramsey and Levita. Levita wins it, picks Jared and Real. Real wins it, picks Dallas and Levita. Dallas wins it, picks Real and Tim. Tim wins it, picks Maddie and Nick. Maddie wins it, Tim and Cassandra. Cassandra wins it, Dallas and Maddie. Maddie wins it, Mitch and Cassandra. Mitch wins it, Mitch versus Cassandra.
Mitch versus Maddie.
Yeah, Mitch versus Maddie, and Maddie is the new head of household.
All right, so at first when Maddie wins HOH, I'm not thinking this is anything bad, you know, because Maddie has talked in the past, I mentioned this before, that she would go after maybe Tim, or I know she's on Dallas' side, so maybe she'll go after Jared and Raul. Mm-hmm. So what were your initial reactions when she won HOH?
I thought that she was going to... I knew she was going to put Nick and Felipe, and I was positive that she wasn't going to put up Dallas, Ramsey, and Levita. So she puts up Jared and Raul, and I'm like, okay, this makes sense. Yeah. But then all of a sudden, she goes to Jared, and he's like, she's whispering to his ear, like, I'm actually going to backdoor Levita. Maddie, what the fuck?
Why are you doing this? It doesn't make any sense.
What the fuck?
Levita's on your side. Someone needs to teach her.
Someone needs to smack her.
How to count votes. Like, Levita's been on her side every single week.
Levita has nominated four people over her.
Exactly.
Never was Maddie on her short list, ever.
And whenever Levita was HOH, Maddie always voted for Levita's side to leave. Whoever Levita wanted out, she voted out.
Right. So the only thing I can think of at this point is that she probably figured if she backdoored Levita, this is the only thing I can think of. Like, she probably realized that she might get Jared and Real to be on their side, but who the fuck gives a shit?
I know.
They're not going to be on your side for that long. You're losing numbers. It's a numbers game, guys.
It was just a really, really stupid, decision. I mean, obviously this is before the veto, so she hasn't done it yet.
Right.
So let's talk a little bit about the veto.
POV players. It's Marin, Jared, Raul, Joel, Tim, and Nick.
Yep.
And they pretty much have to do. It's like a quick endurance comp.
Yeah.
Where they put punch in a punch bowl, and Nick wins it.
Yeah, Nick wins it. Their feet are tied, and they have some funny moments with Joel almost falling.
Yeah.
He's really tall, so it makes sense that
Joel's the best.
I love Joel. So anyway, Nick wins the veto.
Right. So Nick uses the veto to save Jared. They do their little hug it out thing. Mm-hmm. Almost reminds me of Big Brother Canada 3 when Bruno wins it. Uses the veto on Zach. He uses it on Zach, and then goodbye.
Yeah, those are some.
What the hell? What's her name? The blonde one. God, I forgot what her name was. Was she even that important?
Ashley? It wasn't Ashley.
It wasn't Ashley, no. It was the
Sarah?
other one. No.
What are you talking about?
Remember the double eviction where...
You're thinking about Willow?
Willow, yeah, that girl.
Okay, she's not blonde. First of all, guys, don't get offended.
I know, but I'm just.
All right.
But moving forward, so like, Maddie tells Dallas and Ramsey, "I'm gonna backdoor Levita," and Dallas is like, "No, don't do that. Yeah. We're losing numbers. Why would you do something like that?" And then everyone else is coming outside, and she's like, "Everyone's just telling me like different things. I don't know what I'm gonna do." And I'm just like,
unfortunately, at this point, Maddie already promised people that she was going to backdoor Levita.
So it was pretty much like a done deal at that point.
There's not much you can do. I mean, honestly, I think she would have done it anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Even if people told her not to, more people than you think, because it seemed afterwards she wasn't disappointed with her game move.
You do realize that, like, we'll talk about that later. I was just thinking about something, but moving forward,
okay.
So Levita is. So what happens is Nick wins the veto, uses it on Jared, and Maddie renames Levita as the replacement nominee.
Right. And so at this point, everyone knows that has watched the show before.
Yeah.
Chris loves Levita.
Fucking love the girl.
He's practically he's going goo goo over Levita.
Hearts.
Hearts.
Every episode for 8 episodes of Reality Room Podcast, I've been talking about Levita.
He's defended even actions that he disagrees with. Yeah, basically, he's like, "Oh, well, she's doing this. She's never going home." I'm like, Chris, be realistic.
I didn't think Maddie would be that stupid.
I didn't think it would be Maddie either.
Like, that's just stupid. I didn't think she would be doing that. I don't know.
In Chris's defense, though, last episode, he predicted.
I did predict Levita. I did predict that Levita was going to go home and then come back in the house.
He predicted Kelsey and Levita would leave and that Levita would come back. So he did predict that. I did
say that.
People.
Safe. Okay.
Right. But not because of stupid ass Maddie.
Stupid ass Maddie just pulling a fast one on us.
All right, so before we talk a little bit about her eviction, I want to talk about Nick and Felipe using the veto on Jared. I think this is great, very symbolic because Philip and Nick both want to side with Jared now, right?
Yeah, from what I'm understanding, exactly. But I don't know why. Why does he want?
It's because it's less people going after them. Like the brothers probably see themselves still as a threat because it's still the double social game that we've warned people on this show about multiple times. At least Chris has.
Yeah,
he's been very.
The double social game is clearly manipulated Maddie, but
very, very. Killer.
It's like, come on,
very killer. So anyway, they use the veto because they want to get.
I guess they're getting trust from that, and also it helps Maddie too. And now Maddie's trusting them, and vice versa. So I guess I kind of get that, but fuck, I love Levita.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, Levita gets put on the block, and they have the vote.
Okay, so there's 9 people voting. Mitch votes out Levita. Cassandra happily votes to evict Levita. Joel votes to evict Royale. Dallas votes to evict Royale, obviously. Ramsey, I was pissing myself. Ramsey votes to evict Levita.
Ramsey making himself useful, not...
No, Ramsey, fuck you.
We'll talk more about Ramsey later. He's kind of looking better nowadays.
He's kind of there.
But he's been down on Jokers lately, and we'll explain why.
Thank God. Kevin and Felipe vote together Levita. Tim votes out Levita. Nikki votes out Levita. And Jared, obviously, votes out Levita.
I vote out the manipulator, Levita.
So by a 7-2 vote, my girl Levita is evicted from the house.
Let's talk about the people that voted Raul out. So Dallas has been adamant about, to Maddie before, about not backdooring Levita. He doesn't want Levita to go. He knows that she's a number on their side.
Right.
And Joel has worked with Levita in the past. Yeah. Right, guys? I mean, you all know this. So, and Joel, when Levita was leaving, was crying.
Yeah.
Like, Dallas...
They had, like, a personal connection with each other.
They did.
Yeah.
Dallas and Joel were both very, very upset, albeit maybe slightly different reasons. Mm-hmm. Dallas for his game, and Joel maybe because of an emotional...
Well, during Joe's HOH, Levita had a lot of good conversations with, him, and they were probably going to work moving forward.
They were close.
Yeah.
They were close. So, Levita gets evicted.
Yeah.
Goes out with Arissa. And let's talk about their conversation a little bit.
I like their conversation. We found out that... Well, we already knew that Levita was a super fan of the show. And, So, pretty much Arissa's like, 5 women in a row.
Yeah.
5. Can you believe that? 5.
I made the tweet, guys, when it was only 3. Now it's 5.
It's going to be 6 soon, guys.
It could be 6.
That's going to be ridiculous.
The way this week's looking, perhaps.
But, so they have a conversation. They talk about the social strategic game that Levita's been playing for a long time, and Levita's pretty much saying that she did the best she could on this with the bonds that she made, and she played a little too strong in the beginning. She predicts that Joel's gonna win the whole show.
Woo! Go Joel!
Go Joel!
We all love Joel here.
And she gets blindsided by oh my god, this is not over yet for me. I'm actually going to be I might have a possibility of going back inside the house. They bring Kelsey out. Kelsey kind of looks pissed off, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
She didn't really look too enthused when she found out about like the whole thing.
I think Kelsey was like in like listening mode. She was like she was confused. She didn't know what the twist was, and you know I was surprised she wasn't as happy to see Levita out there. You know, because they have a very strained relationship. I'm sure you guys. Well, I mean, she nominated her first week. And
I know.
Wanted her out for a long time, and also voted her to leave.
Yeah.
Levita voted her out.
I know. Oh my god, yeah. But so they're both living in a little small room. Mm-hmm. Is that the only place they're living in? This little room? Oh my god.
One small room
for a fucking week. Oh my god, that's
two women that have been
hating each other,
mortal enemies in this game, essentially.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
I really do think it's pretty cool.
And the caveat, we get live feeds of them two in that room. And it's great. It's great live feed stuff.
It really
it's
is.
great TV.
Great TV indeed. Like while the camera was going on, like you could see Levita and Kelsey are like talking while the camera at the end of it is
going. And what's so funny about this, guys, is that Levita and Kelsey were having a conversation. Levita was like, should I tell?
I'm sorry about what happened.
No, she's like, should I tell you? And she's like, tell you what? Well, maybe I'll wait. That's
the end of the episode.
I was like, no, I want to see now. I don't know about you guys. I jumped right on. I jumped right on the live feeds after that.
Yeah. But, so that was episode 11.
Yeah, episode 11.
I'm going to talk about episode 12, guys.
Right. So, Levita was just evicted from the house. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are devastated. Obviously, Joel is devastated. Dallas is devastated. Because those are people that they worked with, that Levita has worked with before. Tim has an interesting diary room session where he basically calls Maddie a fucking idiot. So he's basically, and we agree. We agree with that. Tim's like, no one's going to trust Maddie anymore because she just backstabbed her alliance.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. Right? Dallas doesn't trust him, doesn't trust her anymore.
I don't trust her. I've never trusted her.
Yeah, and they show Dallas, Ramsey, and Maddie having a conversation, and Dallas is like, okay, I understand. Yeah, you did this for your game. This wasn't for us, and because of that, I don't really trust you anymore. I don't know where you're at. Maddie was like, oh, no, I did this for us, and Dallas is like, no, you didn't.
There's no way you did it for him, because if you did it for him, then you're losing numbers, and no, that's not,
exactly.
People sue doesn't equal fish. Come on.
You know what would have benefited them as an alliance?
Getting rid of Tim.
Getting rid of Tim. Getting rid of Jared,
the brothers,
getting rid of Raul, the brothers, literally almost anyone else in the house,
pretty much, yeah,
except Levita, because Levita, they're like a group. Yeah. If you guys remember,
there's a time and a place for everything. It's like the whole Vanessa thing from season 17. Like everyone wanted to get Vanessa out, but there's a time and a place to get rid of certain people in the house. You just have to wait because, what Steve says is he's pretty much shielded by this group of people. Is that. You're what? Like, Levita was your shield. Like, people would go after Levita over you, Maddie, and then the fact that you just were like, oh, fuck this. Exactly. I want to do whatever the house tells me to do, and you put up Levita on the block. She gets backdoored. What's protecting you?
Exactly.
No one is protecting you. You're by yourself. You have Ramsey. You got Ramsey. That's all you got. And Dallas, who doesn't even really trust you anymore.
Yeah, and...
So, you fucked your game up. Congrats. So, swing and a miss.
So, Dallas doesn't trust Maddie anymore, so now Maddie basically sees herself as an independent player. But we'll talk a little bit about that later. I'm going to get to when we talk about live feed stuff.
Yeah. So let's just go on and talk about the episode.
All right, so...
Head of household competition.
Yeah, let's talk about the head of household competition.
Okay. So, tell us about the... What was the... Because I missed, the first 15 minutes of it. So, what was the premise of the head... what was it about, the head of household competition?
The head of household competition...
It was about, people... They had to see, a video clip, and then they had to, question...
Exactly.
Okay.
So, a treasure chest appeared in the house, in... Where Rael sees it. He's like, oh my god, guys, it's the treasure chest! And I'm like, oh my god, Rael. Okay, so they come downstairs and they open it up, and it's like a time capsule for the first Big Brother ever in history. 1916.
Expect the unexpected.
Big Brother Canada, Season 1, 1916. 100 years ago. Oh boy. So, and basically they have all this old footage or whatever, and basically it's just the house guests.
Yeah, they're morphed into other shit.
Yeah, they morphed the house guests into old scene.
Yeah.
And I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But,
I saw what they looked like.
Yeah. I don't remember any of their names or anything, so I would probably fail at the competition. However,
so moving forward, let's just skip to what happens. So it comes down to like a tie between Raul, I believe Jared, Mitch, Tim, and Cassandra. I believe that's correct. But all I know is that Tim and Cassandra were very close when they were doing the tally board.
I don't think it was Raul.
Raul wasn't in it? Are you sure?
No, he.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, so it was really close. Yeah, it was really close between Cassandra and Tim. It was off by one digit, and Tim is the new head of household. He won the competition, and he wants to have fun with his nominations this week.
Oh boy!
He wants to do it the Australian way, and he wants to be extremely creative about this.
All right, so I'm going to explain the Australian way basically, and honestly, I don't know if this is true. I never watched Big Brother Australia, so you guys. Can hate on me if that's not the real way. But essentially, he calls a house meeting up with a suit. Mm-hmm. You know, he wants to flip the game up or whatever, you know. And he says the way they do it in Australia is that they have people meet with the HOH individually, and then they all have 5 points, and they vote 2 people.
2 people. Mm-hmm.
They divvy up the points to 2 separate people and who they want to get nominated.
They said it's a democracy is what he said.
Basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Which
exactly.
I'm like, all right. Yeah. Whatever.
So do you have how some of the votes went?
Yeah, Cassandra put 4 of her. What are they called? The gummy.
Yeah, gummy. I forgot what they were called.
Yeah, gummy. I'll just say gummy bears or gummy whales. I don't know what the fuck they were.
I'll just. Check
okay, yeah. So he'll look at it, but I'll just tell you what they are. So Cassandra puts 4 gummy bears around Ramsey and puts 1 for Dallas. Ramsey puts 2 for Jared and 1 for Dallas and a couple of other ones I don't remember.
Gummy koalas.
Gummy koalas, that was it.
That was cute.
Nick and Felipe put Maddie and Dallas. Nikki is Maddie and Dallas, I'm not surprised. And then it kept on going on. And pretty much Dallas and Ramsey were and Maddie, but like who the fuck cares? Did you really have to do the skills for that? Did you really have to do the gummy?
Yeah.
You know?
So basically, Tim's plan here was to take blood off of his hands because he's not the one making the nominations. Everyone else is. And, you know, some people see through that, obviously.
Dallas sees through that. Maddie sees through that. Mitch sees through that. Yeah.
Joel sees through it. So, ironically, Tim in his diary room session beforehand says he doesn't want to be seen as like a caster.
Yeah.
He wants to be seen as a threat. Which, with his move, is kind of what happened because people aren't trusting him anymore because they all understand why he did the move was not to get blood on his hands. But I don't really understand what Tim's main goal was aside from
he didn't want to so what he wanted to do is he wanted to get information. He wanted to know who's going after who hates who likes what, so he can figure out his way. Like, okay, so next week I'm okay because I have all this information that I've been gathering this entire week, and he wants to get as least amount of blood on his hands. So what he does is he gets other people to do his own dirty work, and he pretty much is making the excuse that other people are making his nominations. Right. But in reality, he's the one making the nominations, not everyone else.
So I just want to say this about the house guest that agreed to this. You're fucking idiots. Okay.
Some of them didn't even agree to it. They were just like, oh, whatever.
The only person that didn't agree with it was Dallas.
And Manny was just kind of like, but what if you're just making this up?
Like, I know, but
like, Dallas was just like, fuck it.
They all had the choice not to abide by it. And if I was in the house, I mean, maybe, I don't know how it's like in the house. I've never been there. But if I was in the house, I would have said bullshit from the beginning. Because this isn't how you play Big Brother.
Yeah.
It was stupid. Like, they're giving Tim information. All of them. They're like, I want him gone. You know, Ramsey was saying he wants Dallas gone. I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
Are you guys... And everyone's like, oh, Tim's just playing for second place. No.
Nah, Tim's actually there to win it, guys. Like, and sorry to inform you, but...
Like, is this so hard to believe that you go to Big Brother Canada to fucking win?
Yeah.
I'm sorry
in
for
a different country,
so much,
too.
But...
I know. It's just... But, like, a lot of people are seeing through this, and they really, really didn't want to get nominated, so they were just like, all right, whatever.
Right.
And what they could have done was they could have just, like, you know, like, if it was Cassandra up there and it says, like, Dallas and
Ramsey.
Somebody else, she could just go back downstairs and lie about it and say...
And she did. We'll bring that up later in the live feed updates.
Because they do have to give them... Granted, like, they have to give Tim information, they have to put the gummies, but they could just lie about what gummies were actually on there.
Although, when they do the nominations later on.
Oh, they mentioned it. Yeah, I have them right here.
Tim, and I actually found a list online too. Someone actually counted it up. So you want to go to the nominations now, or is there any other stuff?
Yeah, just one thing before that. Like the house gets bored, so they have a chance to win a pizza party.
Oh yeah.
Some weird stuff happens. Mitch and Maddie have to switch clothes. Mitch has to eat a ghost pepper. Nikki's laughing. Felipe
I want to talk a little bit about that too.
Nick's armpit.
And so, they were showing this on the live feeds, and I was watching Levita and Kelsey watch everyone else do this, and they were like, "Oh, poor Philly."
I gotta bring something about that up later, but
and they were like, "Oh, poor Phil eating the ghost pepper," and they just see Nikki laughing hysterically for like 5 minutes straight.
So much
like,
B-roll on Nikki.
I was like, "Oh my god!" They all had to say something nice about each other too.
Oh really?
Yeah, they didn't show that in the episode.
Cassandra does a body shot on Dallas.
Yeah, it does a body shot on Dallas. Which
Raul, this is the weirdest one. I think this is the weirdest one of all of them. Raul gives Joel a lap dance.
Yeah, I would be very uncomfortable with
Joel,
that.
poor Joel. Yeah. So the house we were talking about the whole gummy thing, and like pretty much Tim's like, let's have a house meeting and we'll do the gummy system, whatever. Yeah. And like some of them just like, whatever, who gives a fuck? Like, why are we doing this? Like, that's not how you play Big Brother.
That's not how you play Big Brother.
I would just lie. I would just be like, yeah, by the way, like I don't know who's going after me, so but it only had to be 2 people, right? Yeah. So can I just put like 3 and 2 on like people who are not getting I would just put 3 and 2 on people who, like, I don't know. But definitely weren't that.
People that ended up getting the most. So let's talk about
nomination ceremony happens. It's between Maddie, who he says Maddie's negative, Dallas, who's intimidating, Ramsey, who's just flying off the wall and just pretty much just being a floater in the house, and Jared, who is a heavy favorite, which is pretty much like the Prince Charming in the house. So it's Dallas and Ramsey. He talks about the gummy system. Dallas had 25 from other players, but it was actually 30 because he gave himself 5. He was like, "Fuck this."
I mean, he probably
who gives a fuck? Yeah, fuck that.
And you know what? I respect Dallas.
I actually do. Yeah.
I mean, Tim's system, I just think it's stupid, and I'm surprised more people didn't say, "Screw this! I don't want this. This isn't how you play Big Brother."
They want to get Tim's jury vote.
I guess so, but Tim's gonna vote for the wild card no matter what. That's just the way you play.
$500,000. And then Ramsey gets 9, but
right. And Ramsey gets 9. So let's talk about a little bit about the other votes because they actually had them online.
Okay, I want to hear them.
So they said that Dallas had 29 instead of 30. I don't know which is which. Yeah. Ramsey had 9. Maddie had 7. Jared had 5. And I think Joel had 1. And
I heard Joel got 1.
Maybe Cassandra had a few. I don't remember. And then everyone else had like 0. Most people had 0. Most people just voted for either Maddie, Jared, Dallas. Almost everyone voted for Dallas. Yeah. Even in his alliance did.
Even himself,
right? So everyone in Dallas's alliance, including himself, put gummy koalas on him. So I just find that completely ironic. What do you think about that?
I think that's hysterical. That Dallas is like, fuck it, I'm not doing this system. This is not how you play Big Brother. Just put 5. And then he was like, can I put 4 on myself and then 1 on somebody else? Tim's like, you can't do that. Okay, just put 5 on me.
It's like, okay, I'm completely okay with that. And then Tim brings up this bullshit statement where he's like, yeah, if you didn't put those 5 on yourself and you put the 5 on other people, it
would have been close.
It could have been between you and it wouldn't be you and Ramsey.
It's somebody else. But like, just give some bullshit out. Like, more bullshit.
Let me just say this, guys. Even if he did give gummy bears to other players, I think he would have done it like this. Yeah. I think Dallas... This is just my opinion. Yeah. He probably would have done maybe 3 on Jared and 2 on Raul. That's probably what
I would have think that, yeah.
That's probably what he would have done, and then that would have put Jared at 7 and Maddie at 7. So if there was ever a replacement nominee, it would be tied between the 2 of them. Which is that it's just weird. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about Dallas's reaction to getting nominated and Ramsey.
Rips his shirt off. He's not even like wearing pants either. Like I didn't even realize he's not wearing pants. Like, just like fuck this shit.
Ramsey was like, I remember Ramsey was like crying beforehand about thinking that he was going to get nominated.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. So let's talk about spoilers and live feed updates.
That's right, guys.
Go, Paul. Take it away.
Okay. So if you guys haven't been keeping up with live feeds and don't want information like this, stop right here because this is the end of the episode discussion. All right, so first off, we're going to talk about a little live feed stuff. So, I guess we'll start with.
Are we good? Do you want to start with the Levita and Kelsey? Because I got a lot of good stuff on that.
Oh yeah, let's have Chris start with Levita.
Okay,
and Kelsey.
so because I love Levita, so I just have to talk about.
Chris
Levita.
is in love with Levita. Levita, if you're watching this,
Levita, if you are out of the house by like 3 weeks in there or whatever, or who knows if you're in there.
Chris is willing to marry you right now.
Yeah, whatever. But moving on. So a lot of live feed good stuff is going on with Levita and Kelsey. They're pretty much talking about how they didn't trust each other. They weren't respecting their game moves. But who cares? Because they're trying to figure out who's running the house. But they find out that Levita is saying that Mitch is running the house.
Yeah.
Like someone's got to get rid of Mitch, and she would do it. She's gonna get rid of Mitch if she goes back in the house, most likely because he's the one controlling everything. He's behind the scenes the whole entire thing, and Kelsey was like, oh, well, I don't know why Joel put me on the block. Fucking Joel, why would he do that? Blah, blah. But, like, they're getting a lot of information just by looking at the camera and seeing who's doing what and who's manipulating who. And also on the episode, we saw, like, we saw, like, the one clip of, like, Kelsey and Levita.
Yeah.
And when Tim's doing the gummy thing, and she's like, wow, that's actually a really smart move. Like, look what he's doing right now. Do you see this, Kelsey? Do you see this?
It was the only scene they showed of them.
But
I
like,
wanted to see more.
That was good though. It's like you get like a little snippet of it, and they're like, okay, it's on live feeds. But yeah. So they're trying to come up with a plan because obviously only one of them is going to come back. So they're kind of like working together to figure stuff out, and yeah.
All right. So let's give some spoilers. So first off, Ramsey and Maddie, this is before the veto, seem to have been getting a little closer. You know, they're like cuddling and shit. Mm-hmm. And for people who are wondering why Ramsey is now down on Jokers, it's because of that. Because everyone hates Maddie now. She's ranked 19th out of 19.
Wow.
Everyone hates Maddie, and, you know, we all hate Maddie now. I mean, you know, she's an okay
She's cheating on her boyfriend.
Right. You know, and people are starting to stop. You know, people still like Ramsey, but they just think him hanging out with Maddie isn't good for his game, and he seems to want to work with her. All right, so anyway.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, so let's talk about the veto competition. So I don't know who was picked or whatever, but the winner is Ramsey! Woo! Ramsey making himself useful.
Finally, about time.
So if you guys know, we like to joke about Ramsey not doing a lot.
Not doing anything, like not even on the live feeds, but he's trying. He finally won something.
Finally playing the game, winning the veto competition.
Conveniently, when he's on the block is when he wins the veto.
I have to say this about Ramsey. You know, people might say he's a floater, but when he had to win,
he did. Yeah,
he won. So I'm proud of Ramsey. So I'll give a round of applause to Ramsey.
I've been trying to get you for a while, but you did a good job.
So a little later, I see Maddie and Tim talking in the HOH room.
Okay.
Tim essentially, Maddie's
I heard about this too. Yeah.
Because if Ramsey's taken off the block, Maddie was third on the list, so Maddie's going up as a replacement nominee. Mm-hmm. So Tim was talking to Maddie, and Maddie's like, "Listen," or Tim's like, "Listen, I want Dallas to leave. Talk to your alliance members because maybe Ramsey getting off the block isn't the best thing. Because if it's you against Dallas, maybe you have a better chance of leaving." So then I posted on Twitter that if Maddie somehow convinces Ramsey to not use the veto on himself, then I'm fucking done.
Yeah, that's not happening.
It's not happening. Ramsey's definitely using it on himself, but I wouldn't be surprised if Maddie tried to get him to do that. Mm-hmm. Let's not pull a fucking Marsalis here.
Oh God, no! Please no! None of that season 3 bullshit, please.
None of that season 3 bullshit, guys. All right, so some more information. So we're shooting this on Sunday night.
Yes, this is Easter Sunday.
Right, and this is probably going to be uploaded
Monday to Tuesday.
Monday night probably.
Probably Monday night,
into Tuesday.
Depending on.
So, as of tonight, Ramsey and Cassandra were talking about a few hours ago.
Yeah.
So I'd say about right after the episode, 8:30 p.m., 9 p.m. Cassandra and Ramsey were talking, and Cassandra's trying to convince Ramsey that voting out Maddie would be better for his game.
Why does Cassandra want that though?
I don't know.
Like.
Because she's
maybe she. I guess she's second girl. Maybe
she says that Dallas and Jared are always going to go after each other, and she's not wrong. So she's trying to campaign to Ramsey.
Because if Maddie stays, it's like nobody knows what she's doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially after the little video thing, no one knows what she's doing.
Right.
But Dallas is like pretty much like concrete, like okay.
Exactly. But also one other thing, Ramsey he's counted 5 votes for people that gave him gummy koalas.
Okay.
And he doesn't know who gave him the last 4, and he knows it's one person. And Cassandra flat out lied to his face.
Because it was Cassandra.
Because it was Cassandra that gave him the 4 koalas, and she's like, "Oh, we should try to figure this out." And I'm like, "Oh."
All right, whatever.
I mean,
it's a game. It's a game. You have to lie. Whatever.
I get it's a game of deceit, but Ramsey's a little too trusting. I think
gullible. Really gullible.
Maybe a little gullible. But
anything else that happened?
No, I think that's all I got. So it's just that Cassandra is Well, also one last thing. Tim wants Dallas gone,
obviously,
and it looks like Cassandra wants Maddie gone. So. They have a little thing together.
Well, I mean, Tim voted Cassandra out. Might have something to do with that.
Tim has said that if Cassandra doesn't vote out Dallas, that they're done. Oh. I don't think that's true, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, he said it, but I don't think he's gonna follow through because Tim doesn't really have anyone besides her and maybe
Nikki. But Nikki's like kind of under the radar right now.
Yeah, and Nick and Felipe. Speaking of Nikki, you're right. We haven't seen her at all.
Yeah. That's kind of weird.
All right, so that's all I have for live feed updates. So we're going to go into Big Brother news.
This is the best part, guys.
Which is Chris's specialty.
So we're going to talk about reality room news and what's going on. So I'm going to talk about... Yay! Some good news. So I guess I'll start off with a couple of Big Brother alumni are going to be on The Price is Right.
Ooh.
And it's going to air on May 24th, 2016. Wow. We have a couple of them. Brittany from season 14 and 12. Janelle from season 6.
Brittany.
6, 7, and 14. Austin from last season. Jackie from last season. And James as well. And a couple of other ones too, like Liz and Julia are going to be there.
Nice.
And they're going to be on The Price is Right.
All right, so Chris, I heard there might be a return of Zingbot before BB18. Now, what's that about?
Yeah, Zingbot is coming on The Price is Right on May 24th, 2016. What all the,
house guests that you just
Big Brother
about.
Alumni that we just discussed.
Okay, word.
It's going to be very interesting. But, it could be interesting, like, maybe, if there is an All-Star, maybe it'd be really weird if they were on All-Stars.
It would be weird, but I don't think any of them are going to be on All-Stars. My personal opinion.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't
but that's just probably like a 2% chance, but...
Yeah, maybe.
Highly doubt it. So, I want to talk about casting news because a lot of casting calls are still going on while this is all happening. Shut up, Paul. So, I saw an interview online on N-Stars, I believe, and one of them was talking about... They had an interview with Robin Kess, who's the casting director. You seem very interested, Paul.
Well, I am interested.
Okay, so one of them had an actual interview with Robin Kess, and Robin Kess is now looking for completely new people. She's looking for new people with a dynamic story, and she pretty much wants a different diversity of house guests this year. So who the hell knows who's going on? But they don't want like a news. I guess she doesn't want a new Zach. She doesn't want like a Hayden Voss, a pedicab driver, a nurse. She wants a whole new spectrum. So we're going to see a lot of different people this year.
I guess, what they don't want, first and foremost, are losers. Right?
And recruits and all these people who don't know what the show is.
That's probably still going to be recruits. There always is.
I pray not, but...
Head smash.
It is what it is. The show starts on June 22nd at 8 p.m. Mm-hmm. I guess that's like 3 months from now? 2 months from now?
It's 3 months from now,
yeah. Okay. Also, I want to add in addition to if you guys have applied to Big Brother 18, you went to the casting call, didn't get any call back or anything like that. You made a video.
I'm upset.
We know you're upset, Paul. We know you didn't apply for the show.
Well, they don't know that.
Maybe expect the unexpected. But moving forward, so April 22nd is the deadline. If you have a dynamic, unique personality, they can play a great social game, great strategic game, pretty competitive, I must say. Or, you just think you'd be really good for Big Brother. Like, we haven't had one of these before. Why am I not on the fucking show?
Yeah.
So you can go on BigBrother.com, whatever. They have like a whole entire process of doing it. If you live near the casting area, go there. If you... fucking fucking hate you. It was so good. You can make a video on the website and just make it really good, line good, sound good, and all that other jazz. But what's gonna happen is when I read up online, and a lot of people don't know this, if you don't get a call back for the semifinal round by April,
I'm not doing anything.
Peripheral vision.
Do go on, Chris. Go on.
By April 30th, if you don't hear anything back from the cast and producers, you're not making it to the semifinal round, and odds are you're probably not going to get on the show. So April 30th, guys, that's the day they're going to call you up, whatever, by that day. If you don't get a call back by then, you're not getting on the show, pretty much.
Guys.
And if you do get a call back by then, and you're like, oh yeah, made it to the semifinal round, oh great, I have a personality, and then you have to go through the whole entire video process. They take you through. You have to sit in front of a camera for 30 minutes, from what I've been told, and then they fly you out to California, Los Angeles. That's the best part.
L.A.
That's the best part about that.
This is wearing the L.A. hat.
I just like this hat in general.
Yeah, I know you do. All right, so is that?
I'm not done yet. Paul.
Okay, all right. I didn't say we were done. All right, what's next,
this is the last thing about this is that the final round takes place between April 28th to May 6th, and it's 8 days. You probably most likely will be in a hotel for a really long time. They got a lot of stuff doing here and there, blah blah blah. And just be on the lookout for Big Brother 18, guys. A lot of stuff's going on. We don't know what type of people are going to be in the house. We don't know if Derek's going to pop out of nowhere. I'm an undercover cop, and I'm in the house again.
Fingers crossed, guys, that it's a good season.
We just hope that there's game players. Yeah. We want game players. We had some pretty good game players for Big Brother Canada 4.
I know. I'm very happy with.
I'm happy with the cast. I'm very happy with the cast. And 17 was good too.
Yeah,
17 was good with the cast. A couple of recruits there, but you got to put one on two. You got
worked well.
Worked together.
I mean, Jackie was a recruit, right?
Jackie was a recruit. Yeah.
So was Meg a recruit?
Becky. Yeah, Meg was a recruit. Becky was a recruit.
Yeah, and those were pretty good players.
Clay was definitely a recruit.
Yeah, and they were some pretty decent players.
Yeah.
I
Jace was a recruit.
Who?
Jace.
Probably.
I think so, yeah.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Whatever. So if you're good for the show, apply online. Deadline is April 22nd. So, yeah, those are my reality room news for the week.
All right, guys. So, I guess we'll end the episode here. This has been Reality Room Podcast.
With Paul and Chris.
Yeah. And episode 8. So until next time, guys.
Later, Gator. Peace.
All right, calm the fuck down.